Hello Internet, this is Kawa. Welcome back to Art of Ensorcellation, my Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup Let's Play. For those of you that are new to this, I play nothing but Spriggan Enchanters. I am not great at this game, but I'm not terrible at this game. I've gotten a rune once, but not on camera. I am playing tiles offline, mostly for ease of YouTube, and yeah, so Spriggan Enchanters are small, stealthy, magical characters, can't eat corpses off the ground, which makes them a little different, and can't wear most armor. The Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup levels are big, very big, and there is an auto-explore function, which some people love and some people hate. I use it as necessary, but it's the auxiliary functions of it that most interest me. Easy ways to get to the nearest stairs, an actual search function for everything that's on the ground, because unlike NetHack, there are no bags, no bag of holding type things in this game. So yeah, that's that. Let's get started, shall we? So, Spriggan Enchanter, as I said, will you be the one to retrieve the fabulous Orb of Zot from the depths? Who knows? Let's find out. Ooh, a glowing dagger on the first turn. So glowing signifies that it's something special. In this particular case, it has a brand, which is protection, which, here we go. Extremely good for stabbing unaware enemies, which is great because we're going to be doing a lot of stabbing. And it gives +5 to armor class, which is really good for the beginning. So I'm going to wield that. Let's also check our skills. I'm going to turn off everything but stabbing, just to make stabbing go faster. I'm in manual mode just to make sure that happens. We'll be switching that around as need be, but generally we're only going to be training one skill at a time. It's just the most efficient method. Corona is the spell we know right now. Basically all it does is make this aura around a monster that makes it easier to hit. Of course, we'd like to sneak up and hit monsters unaware when possible, though not always possible. I apologize if I'm a little hoarse. This is maybe like my 5th time attempting to record this video. I've been having a lot of audio and video issues lately. Weird driver issues, other programs coming in and starting very loudly and causing issues, all sorts of stuff. But it should all be fixed now, and you should be able to hear me just fine. You should be able to not hear my keyboard too badly, and you know, generally we will spend less time, you know, being awful and more time crawling. This is a new run. I know I was starting another run last video, but as I said, due to audio issues I couldn't publish the next 1,000 turns, and it turns out they were actually, I actually died immediately after the audio issues, so didn't really work out. We're at experience level 2 now though, which is great news. We will start up Ensorcelled Hibernation, which is of course the namesake of this Let's Play. And for those of you that don't know, let's see if we can find an unwitting subject somewhere or other. You stayed asleep. So did you. Okay. There we go. So, monsters who are vulnerable to cold, when hit with Ensorcelled Hibernation, will fall asleep. Sleeping monsters automatically give stabbing bonuses. This means that we can do lots of damage very efficiently, considering we're very good at stabbing, and are going to sort of synthesize everything around them. So one thing I mentioned last time was I was trying to make every episode about 1,000 turns or so. Well, I'm actually going to try to... Ooh, Terrence. Terrence is a unique. There are lots of uniques in Crawl. They're sort of mini-bosses. Some of them are stronger than others. Terrence is a melee fighter, fairly dangerous. So we're going to try to run from him for now. Did I see stairs downwards? No, I did not. Let's go back up, take a different set of stairs down, and see where that leads us. Yeah, this is better. And we're all the way on the other side of the map. Out of hit points. Okay. So, as I was saying, I was trying to make every episode about 1,000 turns. I think for this round, I'm going to try to make every episode 2,000 turns. So episodes will still be fairly short. Some test runs I've had them be about 15 to 20 minutes, which I think is a fairly reasonable pace to catch your attention without boring you to pieces. We will see how that works out for us. And note that I'm doing turn counts. It used to be that I try to clear each level of the dungeon as an episode, and that's actually very bad practice. So, and it sort of robbed me of the ability to think of using the stairs as part of my tactical thinking. So, yeah. So I'm going to go by numbers of turns. Right now we're at 1061. Roughly 2,000. I'm not going to hold myself exactly to that, but it's not a bad place to start. Terrence again. Great. By that I mean not at all. 2 altars already. One to Kika Bakudka, who is the terrible demon god of necromancy, and one of Sifmuna, who is the lore minder and basically teaches lots and lots of spells. Neither of whom I'm really interested in for this particular run. Kiko's not a bad choice, but it requires learning an entire other school of magic, and even though my character doesn't eat corpses and therefore can use necromancy quite a bit, I don't know. Sifmuna just doesn't really fit what I'm looking for. I'm not doing lots of conjurations, I'm not dabbling in multiple magical schools, etc. So, I'm going to be skipping on both of those. Nemelex, who is god of gambling and cards, might be worth doing if I can figure out how to use cards properly. As a bonus, because most of Nemelex's powers have to do with cards, which are evocable objects, I'll also become very good at using things like staves and rods. So that's a thought. Another one, and a personal favorite of mine actually, is Ashansari, who requires that characters wield and use cursed items, but in exchange... Ooh, door mimic. And doors are invulnerable to ice magic. Good to know. There we go. But in exchange, trains skills, gives a lot of knowledge, so I'll basically have automatic magic mapping and automatic automatic identify for a lot of items, which is pretty useful. Here's Alivion. Alivilon, yeah. Who heals, avoids bloodshed. No thanks. The good god... one of the interesting things about Krull is that the good gods are some of the hardest gods to deal with in the game. The really evil gods, like Makleb, who just wants blood and souls, are rather easy to please. So, make of that what you will. And that adder can't open that door, so I should be safe for now. While I heal up, let's eat that leche, because leche are in fact delicious. We're collecting items at a pretty good clip, which is good. Next episode we'll probably do a lot of the identification minigame. Come on, die. we're increasing stabbing at a good pace, and so far we've avoided the Wrath of Terrence. All of these are pretty good things. I think I'm at the point where I can head down to the next level, even if we haven't necessarily explored the whole thing yet. So yeah, we're making good progress. We're doing very well. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for this Let's Play, things you want to see, have a preference between those gods, want to yell at me for doing things improperly, you know, keep in touch. The comments are always open, and I do read them all as of right now, because there aren't many of you and it's easy enough for me to do that. I love getting comments and feedback. I'm on Twitter a lot, so you can contact me there. All of that is good stuff, and we're part of the way through level 3. We've passed 2,000 turns, so I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll start experimenting with some of these items, keep exploring, hopefully find the altars we're looking for, maybe actually fight a unique or two, and, you know, see what the dungeon has in store for us. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.